So I've been cleaning a lot of the parts of my lathe. This is not an exact exploded view of all the parts, I just spread them out. But I've been doing a lot of cleaning with a good amount of WD-40 and toothbrush, an old one. And they do reach the difficult to reach places. And I cleared out all of the chips. Now there are some parts with some discoloration, a bit of blackened spots, and this part was also a bit black, and I cleaned it up with Scotch-Brite and some oil and or WD-40. And I need to do some of the other parts too, which also have this discoloration. I don't know how it affects the surface exactly. I asked a friend, maybe he'll respond, and then I'll see what I do. And also I noticed this is a real bad surface. Looks like it was roughly scraped with a machine. Maybe I have to scrape it, I don't know for sure. I'd rather not. I don't have the real precision tools for it. I do have a small surface plate here. But I think it's also Chinese quality, so I don't know how accurate it is, and I don't have bluing or anything like that, or even something which is made for scraping. But there are some things I do want to do, and I'll talk about some of those things. So here's the tailstock, and there's one thing bothering me a lot, or it's just a nuisance. This is the way it's tightened to the lathe bed. It's with a cam, this eccentric bit, which fits into this opening. And it tightens this plate and clamps to the bed. But if there's vibration when I'm doing something else and not using the tailstock, and it's not fastened, then this bolt will unturn, or it will loosen itself. And then I can't just clamp the tailstock. I have to fiddle around and try to reach this bolt and tighten it. And sometimes I have to remove the handle to be able to turn it enough. So I just want to make a stud which is fixed to this part, and then tighten it with a nylock nut or something like that. So that's one modification. And also the tailstock was a bit of, hard to operate sometimes. Maybe it had something to do with the oil I used in it. I think I put whey oil in, and it's a bit too thick to operate it. So I will just clean everything inside eventually. I will leave it as one part for now, because I can still use it. I can put stuff in my forge jaw and just still drill it if I haven't taken apart my lathe yet. The spindle, I mean. So here's the apron. I think I'll clean this this surface. It doesn't feel rusted or something like that. It feels kind of smooth. But I don't know what I should do about this. I think it maybe has something to do with water-soluble cutting fluids I used, or coolant. I used it not very long, but I think it had some bad effects on my machine. It went places where it shouldn't. One of the things I may want to do is make a cover plate for this. I have these books about the mini-lathe by David Venner. I haven't read the second one, and I'm halfway the first one. And there are some tips about this particular type of lathe, and it's not a lathe, but it is a bit similar to mine, and I think I can adapt some of the projects in this book for my lathe. But I'll mention these projects later. There's something else I can do with the apron. This is where the half nuts go. They are operated with these pins. I don't know if this is the upper or the lower one. But it's operated when you turn the handle. And I would like to have an automated stop which disengages this handle at a certain depth. That would be nice to have. I don't really have seen other people making them. I haven't searched for them, so they should be around, I think. But I don't have a clear idea of how I should accomplish this. And something else is I don't have a threading dial. Maybe I can find one for this specific lead screw. But I really want one because I kind of avoid single point threading tools, because I can't disengage the clamping nuts. And I don't want to run my tool in a boss I turned somewhere. So I avoid single point thread cutting. But I would like to cut larger diameters with small threads in them. Because now I am kind of bound to my tapping set with just standard metric taps and dies I have, and I use them with the tailstock, or I can use them in my drill press, which I modified recently. But those are things I want to think about doing with my with the apron. And then there's the carriage. A while ago I also disassembled the lathe, and one of the things I did was work on the surface. I kind of tried to smoothen it. I think it was on 320 grit waterproof sanding paper, and now I've got better means to do it. I can improve these surfaces, I think. And then there's these holes. They are made to fit something like this, a traveling steady. But the problem is the bolts to fasten them don't work properly. Or suddenly they do. There is a problem with these holes. Let's see. Yeah. See, this one won't go any further. Wait, maybe that's it. I just tried to fit the step in to see if it really was M8 threads in here. I think this cleared out some of the threads. But the problem was I couldn't do it with this part in the lathe. I don't have a T-handle, but kind of surprised it already cleared the holes. This is easier than I thought it would be. This is a number 2 M8 metric tab. Well, not cleared up. I can see a bit of stuff coming out. Now it seizes. But I need to work on these holes. I think the bolt might be too long. I want to replace the felt wipers. Yeah, just because these they will properly function, but while I'm at it, I might as well replace them. I also want to do a modification for the carriage stop. The carriage is held onto the lathe bed by these grips. And this part with the slot in it, this is operated as a stop. This part is pulled into the bed to prevent the carriage from moving. I usually have this one in the bowl, but kind of want to make a dedicated handle for it. Only the problem with this one is the handle sticks up too much and it might interfere with the compound. Yeah, I won't put it on there right now, but this one is just too high, so I want to modify this one to a horizontal angle. And replace this key. So here's a close-up of the dovetail, and there's a long scratch here. But yeah, the surface I can feel it with my nail. And I think this coloration is the same as I showed before. So it might look a bit worse than it is, but I can feel the surface, which isn't a good sign. And then there's the cross light. There's the bottom of the dovetail. This discoloration might indicate the mating surface isn't making proper contact. And the coolant might be creeping into this opening here, if there is one. So I have to look into that. There's a limit to what I can do about it, but maybe there's some room for improvement. Also, I've got the idea that I'm cutting a bit inward when I'm making facing cuts, so I have to check the alignment of the carriage and see if there's any play or misalignment. I'm also considering buying a milling support, just a tiny one, which should fit here on the cross slide, I think. But I don't have any mounting holes there, so I need to find out if I can fit one, and if there should be any holes, maybe I can prepare them. Also, I mean, I saw something about these I don't know what it's called, but it's putting some distance between the cross light and the hand wheel. But I saw a modification for, I think it was a myford lathe, where they put bearings in here. I don't know if it's just to improve that particular model, but there were some drawings. I will check into that. They also included some kind of thrust bearing, and well, if it helps, I can think about including that modification. So here's the top slide. There's some discoloration here in the dovetails, just as with the cross slide. I'll have to look into it. Also, these holes are for attaching the top slide to the cross slide, and with the disc you can set an angle. Originally you could only reach these screws if you removed the top part, but I made these holes earlier, so there's a position where you can reach the screws. But I had some caps for these holes, and they kept disappearing, and these holes fill up with chips and stuff. So I need some kind of cover. Also, there's no lock for the top slide. You can use a gip screw to temporarily lock the top slide, but that's not a proper solution. So I would like to have a separate screw, thumb screw or something to be able to lock the top slide. I have this quick change tool post, which wasn't meant for this machine, and I already made a sleeve for this stud, which now fits this tool block, but there's a boss here, and I think I'll need to make a plate or increase this hole a bit, if that's possible. This one I already bored to be able to fit the new hole. Modification I already did was a simple one. This one of the first things I did with my lathe. I need the ring. With the handle, originally it was just set at a random angle, so I removed the handle and faced it a tiny bit, so it was pointing away from the working end. It's something you can do. Or also this is an earlier modification I did. Originally there were two non-rotating handles supplied with the hand wheel, but I didn't like those, so I made a rotating handle. So I have a bucket for stuff for projects, but this is everything lathe related that was in there, so it's a sub bucket. This is the cover. This is attached to a safety mechanism, safety switch, but there's a problem with it. It's too short. It should be wider. My 4-jaw chuck is mounted on a flange, which converts it from 3 holes to 4 holes to fit on the spindle, and it sticks out on this side, and the cutting oil and stuff like that is flung out, and I need an extended cover to catch that. that's what this is for. I've got this magnifier. Might be a nice addition. This I got from a auction a while ago, and I recently saw a video you can use a boring head, which this is. You can use a boring head to make a bolt turner, and that might be a nice project. This is leftover from another project somewhere else, but I can use it. This is for a adjustable depth stop, just a normal depth stop. And I've got something in mind with this one. This is a old tool which is broken. The carbide tip is missing now. But I just want to make something with a roller bearing or something like that to true up a stop. Here are two bearing blocks I ordered to go with this. These are from one of these Chinese web shops. I don't really remember what this is for. So this part is a placeholder for a project from the book I was showing. It's a dividing mechanism, so you can make something to hold a gear in the spindle bore and use it as a dividing mechanism. That's something I want to make. And I've got this faceplate, which doesn't quite fit the spindle, which is a bit odd, but I bought this at a different store than where I bought a lathe, so I don't know if it should be an easy fit or a tight fit. So I have to look into it. That's something I want to do. So if I'm making a dividing attachment, then I should make some kind of fixture to have an indicating or a some kind of pin to indicate on the teeth of gear, which would be fitted here, one of the change wheels. So there would be so I would need some kind of mounting plate or some kind of fixture, but I think one which would interfere with the cover, so it couldn't be on by accident when I turn on the lathe, which would be a bad thing, obviously. This here on the wall is a sign of why I need an extra cover for the oil and stuff. I also was thinking about adding a extra spur gear in between the spindle and the gear train for the lead screw, to be able to reverse the lead screw direction and cut left-handed gears, left-handed threads. I mean. So that's something I want to look into. Right, there's the chip pan. I was also thinking about making an insert for it, which goes underneath the lathe. I saw someone do that, someone who had done that. An extra tray to catch chips, which you can easily remove. Thought it was a good idea. Then I have this fixed steady, and these are I think they're bronze guides, but I also have cam following roller bearings, which I bought with the intention to make guides which have roller bearings. So that's something I can do. And then there's the rear splash guard. Well, some light will help. This corner I've removed a bit of metal here to be able to remove the carriage from the bed at the end of the bed, and this was interfering with it. But I think removing the corner is a cause of extra vibration and noise, so I may want to reinforce it somehow. And I might add a construction at the back to hold my tool blocks, but I'm not sure about that. There's always a possibility of falling when you want to attach them or put them in a holder. So I have to think about that. And I'm thinking about putting only this part of the guard back on and make a splash guard which is separate from the lathe. Normally this is this fits between the cover, the top cover, and the bearing housing, and this is a guard for the motor. This is a essential part. It keeps chips out of the motor. But I'm thinking about only using this part on the lathe and make this part fixed to the wall or something like it. So we'll have to think about pros and cons of it. But that's about everything I've got in the everything I want to do with my lathe. And well, it won't be done next week, so it might take a while, but I'm working on it. And first thing will be getting the lathe back and making it operational again. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon.